You're listening to Ask Mr. Brown. Got questions? Well, ask Mr. Brown. He'll give you his perspective on your questions. He's a speaker, a mentor. He's the choice guy who wants to help you make better choices to live a better life. So go ahead, ask Mr. Brown.
Go ahead. Ask Mr. Brown. I'm Mr. Brown. Thank you for joining us this to Ask Mr. Brown. Today's question comes from a student, and the question is this: how do I deal with people treating me like a kid, but expect me to act like an adult, especially my parents? Whoa, I can relate to that a little bit. I think I can relate to that question. And I think not just your parents, but I think other people sometimes treat you like a kid, but expect you to act like an adult. My perspective on that question is this: act like an adult. You can't control anyone else but yourself. Mature, grow up, make the best choice you can, because you can control you. You can't control how someone treats you. Even if you're an adult and you get a job and you can't control how your boss treats you, you can speak up for yourself. I would definitely speak up for myself. But when it comes to your parents, start being more responsible. You be responsible, do what you need to do, and let the chips fall where they may. And at some point, you may need to talk to your parents and let them know in a respectful way, hey, mom, dad, this is how I feel. Ask, can I share with you how I feel? And then maybe get their feedback. So why do you think I don't act like an adult? Do you think I'm not being responsible? Hear from them and be willing to listen. Don't just, start an argument. Listen. Like one day I went to a workshop, and one of the jobs was to go home, ask your spouse what's one thing they would like you to change about yourself, or some change. But the thing is, you had to tell them they cannot ask the same question, and I couldn't respond. I just had to say yes, listen, and then go on with my life. And that was hard. It was hard for both of us, because she wanted to be able to say, like, well, what about me? I want to tell you something. She wanted to share because she felt like she was dumping on me. But no, I want you to tell me one thing, and I'm going to take it, evaluate it, listen to it, and then maybe we can do it for you later, but today is just for me. And that's hard. But maybe do that with your parents. Say, listen, this is how I feel. Am I seeing something wrong? Am I acting like a child? Am I not being responsible? Let them talk to you. And because if you really do have a desire to be more responsible and be that adult, or be, when you say the word adult, I think you're thinking, hey, I want to be responsible. So I'm going to interchange adult with responsibility. So they want you to be responsible. They keep treating you like you're irresponsible. Just be more responsible. And that may not change them, but guess what? That will change you. At the end of the day, if they treat you like a kid, should you keep acting like a kid? If they treat you like you're irresponsible, again, I'm exchanging responsible for kid. Should you act like that? No, you want to be more responsible. And I learned this the hard way with my mom, because my mom gave us certain responsibilities we were supposed to do when we came home from school. She worked. We usually got home before she did. We were supposed to come home, do our chores. If we had whatever chores we had to do, like dishes, whatever, do our homework, and then we can feed ourselves, make dinner, and then, go about your business. But I ain't do that. I came home, started watching Inspector Gadget. I wanted to do my thing, right? Then I hear her coming home eventually after watching 4 or 5 different shows. And I try to jump up, do the dishes. Too late. She's mad, I'm mad. Everybody mad. Why? Because I ain't doing what I'm supposed to do. But I learned, once I got close enough to get my driver's license, how to be more responsible. Because I found myself this: if I would be more responsible and do what I'm supposed to do before I'm asked, she would trust me more. And when I got my driver's license, I want to be able to drive and go where I want to go. And guess what? It worked. Not only did it work because I acted more responsible, I actually became more responsible. And she trusted me more. And we had a relationship where she would trust me and say, hey, you can be home at this time. And I would come home at this time. And it was pretty late for my age. But she trusted me to do the right thing in the car, because I grew in my own personal responsibility. And so I would encourage you to do that. Don't succumb to the, oh, you treat me this way, therefore I'm gonna act this way. No. Be responsible, because at the end of the day, it is your life. No matter what other people say about you, how they treat you, it is you who are responsible for yourself. So even if people treat you like you're a child, don't be a child. Be an adult or be responsible. So that's my perspective on that question. If you got a question, submit it to hellomrbrown.com, and I'd love to maybe get your question on the next episode of Ask Mr. Brown.